There is a epic chord progression that just makes for the most perfect epic guitar solos. I'm gonna show you what it is, but first, let's hear how it sounds. I just keep getting carried away here. So let's get into it. But before we get into it, if you're interested in that kind of playing, check out my guitar course on melodic soloing. It's in the description down below. It's the first link, and it's a total roundhouse kick when it comes to melodic soloing. I put everything I know about melodic soloing in that course. Super digestible course. check it out. Maybe it's for you. So how do we voice these chords? Actually, it's a pretty cool thing to do. So let's start with the C. So again, the chord progression is C, A minor, E minor, D major, right? So nothing special, but here we go. So I didn't play a normal C. I actually played a C major 7. But what I also did was I used the 5 or the 5th of the C major 7 in the bass. So it's kind of like an inversion. So we're playing this. So it's like 3, 3, 2. And instead of playing, so we're basically putting the 5th in the bottom here. So it's kind of like G over C if you want. And then we're adding the 7th here, which is 4th fret on the G string. And then we're adding the open strings, the B and the E string. And then all we're doing to switch to the A chord then is releasing these 2 fingers, and we have which is an A minor 9. And these 2 chords together already sound super, super nice. Like, listen. because they share a lot of similarities. So we're using a lot of the same strings. We could even invert it again and even put the E in the bass if we want to, because that's what we did on the C2. And then we're moving to like a pretty much open E power chord here. But what's cool is we're rounding it out pretty much with a D major 6, which is this one. So you have 10th fret E string, then this is X, and then we have a 9th fret D string, 11th fret G string. So that's a D major 6. So you have this voicing that always shares this note in every chord that we're playing in this progression. So it's there it is again, and we're playing it again. So this note right here, the B, is always in every chord, and that gives it the melancholic vibe. And then I just modulated a little bit and did like a just slide up with the pinky on the 12th fret G string. And that is a really, really cool progression. And what I did then was just solo over it with like E minor pentatonic, but also heavily leaned towards E minor Aeolian. So if you don't know what that is, my guitar chorus that is in the description perfectly describes these things and explains what I'm doing here, mixing minor pentatonic and E minor Aeolian. But when I just click back here on the little loop that we have, that's just super nice, right? All I did there was basically E minor pentatonic, E minor Aeolian, just mix them up in a cool way based on what chord was underneath. Sometimes leaning towards the blue note, sometimes leaning towards the Aeolian mode just a little bit, but that entire vibe, like, I could definitely do that all day. And that's what I wanted to show you. Try these chord progressions and try to solo over it a little bit for some excitement and inspiration. This was a short tip video just for you. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.